Hello everyone, back at you with another video. Today we are talking about another trendy topic, and that is going to be the game list for the PlayStation Classic. Now, a lot of people have been asking me what I think of it, and look, guys, to be honest with you guys, it's really not even the list. You know what I mean? There was no way this system would have enough games, to where it would satisfy everybody. You're always going to get some duds in there. I do wish Sony would have been able to pick out some better games, but when it comes down to it, there's just not enough games on the system. You know what I mean? The SNES Classic did it proper. I mean, every game on that system was something nostalgic that everybody remembers and enjoyed. But what they really did, they brought something new to the table with the SNES Classic, Nintendo, and that was the official release of Star Fox 2. Now, Star Fox 2 had already been leaked before that. A lot of people didn't know how to have access to it. But by them officially announcing a game that was never officially released was pretty amazing for that system. So that's what I liked what Nintendo did with their system. Sony just seemed to kind of just put their system, well, we'll just throw some games on there we think people will like and sell it as is or whatever. And I don't know, it just seems like a lot of it was kind of like a really not a good attempt to I don't know what they were thinking, guys. I mean, seriously, they should have asked some people, hey, what games would you like to see on a PlayStation Classic or something like that. Now, of course, asking a couple of people that in some kind of conference would probably leak the system being leaked. I mean, coming out or whatever. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say about it, guys. I really want to like the system. Of course, I want to be able to mod it so you can add your own games to it. That's what I think is going to be the best thing about it if you're able to do that. Hopefully that'll be happening. But I want to show you guys some missed opportunities of games that they put on the system, and I'll probably tell you why some of these weren't released on the system. So here's a game right here, Strider 2. Strider 2, I believe, was exclusively released for the PlayStation. This would have been an excellent game to put on the system. If you have not played Strider 2, amazing game. I can't say enough about it. It's a very expensive game too, so it would have been great if it was on the SNES Classic, but the reason they probably wouldn't put it on there is because it's on the PlayStation Network as a download, so that sucks. Next game here, Klonoa. Klonoa, fantastic game. Now, it wasn't the greatest hits or anything like that, but this is definitely a game that people would want to pick up the SNES Classic, the PlayStation Classic for. So I'm thinking I got the SNES Classic on my mind. But this would have been another game to add on to the system. That's another missed opportunity. One of my favorite games of all time on the system, Mega Man X4. You say, why Mega Man X4? It's probably the best game in the Mega Man X series. Great platform game, and also it became a greatest hits. Mega Man X became a greatest hits, and that would have been great to put on the system. Another game, Dino Crisis. Dino Crisis would have been another a fantastic game to put on the system. Dino Crisis is definitely a top survival horror game, even though I like the second one better. Here's a game that I'm surprised they didn't release on the system. This is insane. Pandemonium, Part 1 and 2. Now, Part 2, of course, is the better game, but they're both great games. This was not even on the system. I'm not even mentioned. This is crazy. Hopefully, I'm not wrong. Let me look at my list real fast to make sure I didn't mess that up, because if it's on there, I'll be like an ass. Oh, man, Pandemonium was already on there, Reggie. No, it doesn't seem like it's on there. So, that would have been another great game on the series, on the system. Now, I understand they put Resident Evil Director's Cut on there, but Resident Evil Director's Cut is not the best game in the Resident Evil series. We already know that Resident Evil 2 is based off the traditional games, the original games. This would have been the game to add to the system. It's Resident Evil 1 is kind of tough. This one is a little bit more easier. Well, probably shouldn't even say that, but Resident Evil 2 is definitely the one they should have chose to put on the system, especially with the remake coming out. But it's also available for download. Now, here is a game that really should have been on the system. This is an exclusive by Sony as far as I know. Why the hell didn't you have Parappa the Rapper on here? Are you serious? Parappa the Rapper, a great game. Why is this missing from the collection? This game still, even listening to the music from this game today, is catchy today. Even though I like Parappa the Rapper 2 better. But yeah, this is not on there. I mean, I would have loved to see some more Sony exclusives on there, but I don't know. It's just, like I said, guys, when it comes down to it, it just doesn't have enough games. And here's another game right here, Parasite Eve. Why was not Parasite Eve put on there? Are you serious? I mean, this is exclusive to to the PlayStation, and this is I think this became a greatest hits, even though I like the second one better. I just don't get it, guys. It's just like those guys who came out with the system. Were coming up with the idea for the system. They say, hey, let's just put these games on here and it'll sell just like Nintendo's. They just didn't care. Seemed like there was this minimal effort. They don't care. They had a chance to look at some feedback. They could have delayed it a little bit more, but they wanted to sell it for the holiday season, so there's no more delays to where they could add some better games to it or add more to it. You know what I mean? With any type of system like this, you're going to get a couple of duds. I can't really pick out any duds on the SNES Classic, though. I mean, that really has some classic games, but I honestly think it shouldn't even been called the PlayStation Classic. It should have been just called like the PlayStation Experience, maybe, or something like that. It's definitely not a classic system. That's for sure. I mean, if I have kids in the future, I'm not going to say, hey, they're going to say, hey, what are some classic games I could play? I'm not going to show them the PlayStation Classic. I'm just going to show them what I have in my collection. You cannot go off the PlayStation Classic and define the PlayStation system, definitely. But you can define the Nintendo. Sorry about that. I got my phone on. You could definitely define the NES Classic and the Super NES Classic off of the classic systems. You could define them on that history right there. I don't know what else to really say about this system. I am disappointed, guys. It's just, I don't know. It just should have been. You see how others how they saw how Nintendo did it with their classic system. Why couldn't they follow suit with making sure that they put some good games on there, or all good games, or more? I don't know. It's really up in the air, guys. Honestly, in my last video, I talked about this system. I told people that there's just no way these systems are going to really live up to what you want them to be. I mean, they are for casual audiences, but they are easy ways to hook up old school games and play them in HDMI and HDMI formats. I don't really, like I said, all I'm really I'm thinking about is how you're going to be able to mod the system and add your own games to it. That's the only way you'll get the best out of that system. You add the games that you think are classic. Don't go off what other people say are classic games. I mean, even with the SNES Classic, you know, I had to add some games. I had to add quite a few games to it to make it feel like a classic system to me. But there's nobody could really choose what's classic, guys, is what I'm kind of trying to say. So being able to mod these systems and add your own games to them is just the way to go. I know some collectors out there think that's weird. Oh, it decreases the value or whatever like that. It's not about the value, man. It's about what you want to have. I mean, what you know. Some people want a lot of people want their games to be worth money and things like that. But you know, I'm not one of those folks. I'm just like, whatever, man. I just want my games, my collection. They're invaluable to me. Sorry, I didn't mean to trail off, guys. But PlayStation Classic, do I think it's worth it? It really depends on you, to be honest. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be in line to buy one. I didn't pre-order one. I knew it was never going to be like the SNES Classic and NES Classic, because Nintendo, they got some crazy fans out there just like crazy for their stuff. So I think the only way that people would have went crazy for the PlayStation Classic if it has something different. And you get the, like, I mean, like, it had to have something different, like something like Star Fox 2, maybe an unreleased game that was finished. That would have been amazing. That's owned by Sony, but like I said, it's just, they just kind of, I don't know, they dropped the ball, they whatever. I don't know. I had planned on doing a video about this last week. I didn't get to it yet. Then I woke up this morning, I saw Jason did a video, and I said, I said, fine, I'll do a video on it. So, well, I did it the next, pretty much after that, because I said, you know, I might as well hurry up and talk about it before I forget about it. But anyways, guys, let me know in the comments what you think about the PlayStation Classic. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what else to say. This video is just pretty much just nonchalant, last minute, so sorry if I made some mistakes, if I said some stuff wrong on here. But let me know in the comments what you think about the PlayStation Classic. Do you think it's worth the $100? Are you going to be standing in line to get one? Did you pre-order one? What do you think about the games on there? What do you think should have been added to the system? Like I said, you guys know me as the PlayStation guy, pretty much, and the PlayStation is my favorite system. I have mostly all the games that I could ever want for that system. So this system really doesn't mean too much to me. I mean, it's a means the way to play games in higher quality, which would be easier, a good way to stream as well. That's what I want with the system. Add the games you want on it, and then be able to play them on modern televisions. That would be great. I like that kind of stuff. But other than that, I don't know what to say. I mean, I can't sell it on the list of games it has, because there's just not enough. and there's not enough games that are that appealing. I mean, to me, I mean, for a system to be worth having, and I always told Jason this too. I said it has to have at least, and I mean at least 30 games on the system that are worth playing for you, at least for you. But for me, the PlayStation Classic doesn't have that many at all. It doesn't even have 30 games on it, I believe. So anyways, guys, video's going on too long. I'm sorry about that. Like I said, let me know what you think in the comments. Radical Reggie, and I will see you in the next video.